red, blue, purple light. Friends, red, blue, purple light. Friends, facts, red, blue, purple light. Friends, red and blue, purple light. Friends, facts. You can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I opened my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we're stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Literally. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome to Melanin Mondays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar. Let me know how we are sounding on the audio. Let me know how we sounding on the audio. You dig? Yeah, we was definitely cooking last night. We was definitely in the kitchen last night. You feel me? Shout out to everybody that was in the building with us for Sacrilegious Sundays. Shout out to everybody that was with us for Saturday Night Live. And shout out to everybody who pulled up on Friday on Black Magic when we talked about This is a New Timeline. That was the title of that lecture. It's going viral. I think it's at 70K right now. Shout out to Black Dot and shout out to Brother Rich. And, we just been having this continuous conversation. Being in this new timeline, it's just, it's more interesting. It's a different energy. It's a different energy. Today was a very anxiety heavy energy. I don't know what exactly that means and where that's coming from, but the energy today was kind of different. You feel me? The energy today was kind of different. But nonetheless, today is 11/11. All right. All dogs go to heaven. Anybody who has been with us since the early days, from Blog Talk Radio, me and Blue Pill, I believe we may have been one of the pioneers of the 11/11 portal. Not to take anything, I promise you. I have not read all of the books in the world. People might have been writing about 11/11 a long time ago. I'm not taking anything away from anybody's movement, but definitely when we started out Know the Ledge Radio every night, because we would start at 9 o'clock on the dot. We were not like, starting when we wanted to start. It was always at 9, and we would always do the 11:11 meditation, Om Padme Om, you know, and that was consecutive for 700 plus episodes. So I could just imagine, the kind of portals that the listeners, the KTLians, were able to walk through on those shows. We're talking about, mind you, the lineup gets excited these days on YouTube, but we're talking about Dr. Sabi I know he was our second guest. And he wasn't, contrary to popular belief, Dr. Sabi was not on a lot of platforms. He was not all over the internet, even though he has a lot of content. Um, when this new rise of the conscious community came about, he was very exclusive with Nodal Edge Radio. You know what I'm saying? So people's first time even experiencing a Dr. Sabi, Dick Gregory, these are our guests that I'm naming off. You know, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, Dr. Blair, Dr. Phil Valentine, Dr. Sabi, you feel me? A. Rashid, Ra Aku. If I don't say your name, it's because so many names. Will 777, Buddha Clinks. You feel me? The legends. And this was a time when the internet was not flooded with information. You could not find it every single place. It wasn't on social media like that. You feel me? You didn't have 200 channels that you could, let me see which one I'm going to dial in. That's not how it was set up. We're talking about 2009, 10, and 11 and 12. It was a very close knit network. Sandra Frazier and Jerry Miller, yes, definitely. Azazel, you feel me? Baba Kalindi. But man, we have some classic shows, some classic bills. The Dr. Umar episodes, those we did about 5 or 6 with him, spread throughout the years. The Taj Tariq, Raz Mariah Bay, powerful, powerful episodes. And then that 11:11 portal hit while people were getting their minds stretched, their neuroplasticity, they were getting their realities shifted, their paradigms were being shifted on those shows. And then boom, then you get the Om Padme Om at 11:11. Man, shit, they could, man, they could be books written on the things that people were able to do, listening to that show. So today we are here on November the 11th, you know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing, it's a beautiful thing. Especially it gives you time to reflect on we in the Jason month. You feel me? And it's the wind down, it's the countdown, or what they would say, the countdown. The fiscal year is coming to an end very soon, because once we get up out of November, it's just a countdown from that point. It's just it's basically a wrap from there on. So I just found myself in reflection. You feel me? Just really reflecting on the year. It went very fast though, because literally Art Basel is coming up. Somebody gave me a phone. They gave me a call. Yo, you coming to Art Basel? I'm like, Art Basel? I just left Art Basel. You know what I'm talking about? And then it was like, nah, that was in December. I'm like, God damn. Are you fucking serious? That was in December? A whole damn year has passed. It was like, yeah. I was like, sheet, man. And of course, not to mention, on Thursday, me and Blue Pill will be waking up, completing a solar cycle and whatnot. So shout out to Blue Pillar. Yeah, we may do a show. We may pop up early, perhaps, because I do have a lot of things planned for that day where I'm not going to be able to sit in front of a computer. And to be honest with you, I can't do my shows on the road type shit. Like I have to be in this setting right here. You know what I mean? I got to be in my Zen setting. I can't be running around, talking into a phone and shit. And you got to stand in closets because you need some quiet time. Like, no, we're not going to do that. So just look out for the Thursday show. Either it's gonna be wild early or dumb late. Wild early or dumb late. You dig? So yes. Let's do the roll call because I'm sitting here running my mouth. We didn't even do the roll call. Let's do it properly. Let's get this thing going. I want to know who is in the building, all right, where everybody is tapping in from. Shout out to everybody in the building, all of the KTLian. Shout out to my mods. You smell me? Peace to the mods. Destiny, let me know if you want to get on mod duty. We got Virginia in the house. We got Montgomery in the house. We got Nashville, Tennessee in the house. We got Greensboro in the house. All right. We have San Jose in the house. We got Durham in the house. We got Fontana, California in the house. Mississippi in the house. Arizona in the house. Central, what is that? Greensboro. Oh, what up? Peace to Rome, Colorado, Palm Beach, Cincinnati, Detroit. What up, though? Norfolk. We got Lafayette in the building, Clinton Hill in the building, Broward County. We got Cape Verde, Norfolk. All right, Times Square. Okay. Arizona. We got the UK in the building, New Zealand in the building, BK in the building, Kings County, Griffin, Georgia, St. Petersburg. You dig? We have Seminole, Florida, the land of the hidden mounds. Chi City, DC in this thing. Wayne, Indiana, Tucson, Arizona. Jacksonville, Greensboro, Fort Greene, Las Vegas. That's what's up. Harlem is in the building. There we go. Yeah. Melbourne, Australia. Okay, now. All right, Melbourne. We got Delaware up in this thing, Atlantic City. We got Ireland. We got Las Vegas, Long Beach, the Bay to LA. Hold on. It was a whole West Coast lineup right there. Let me find out. Y'all on your Absol. Kentucky in the building, Oklahoma, Oakland, New Brunswick. All right, yeah, we deep. And so many words. We outside. You know what I'm talking about? So shout out to everybody up in this thing and whatnot. You feel me? We do have a special guest that will be pulling up. I want to say thank you for your the response that I've gotten for the Wednesday class with Chicago crypto, right? Fire. You know what I'm talking about? It's been a great response. A lot of people are eager to hear what we was popping and whatnot, especially seeing what the Bitcoin is doing. As you can see, it's taking off to the moon and whatnot. It's going crazy. I believe it's at 86. It was at 80 yesterday. No, mate, no. Hold on. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it was at 80 yesterday. Or yeah, it was 80. But the shit is going crazy. So Chicago crypto is gonna pull up for a little while. We're gonna chop it up with the God and whatnot. Oh, god damn. It's at 89. Shaboing. You know, um, a lot of new millionaires being, I told y'all before, you're gonna see billionaires is gonna be like millionaires in a minute. And this is gonna be the run that shows you it. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be the it's gonna be something that you've never really seen before, and it's coming real soon. So that's that new reality that we're talking about. That's that new matrix that we're talking about. That's that paradigm shift that we're talking about. You feel me? That's the new timeline. Because we were on a timeline for a minute now, and that timeline that we were on, we're no longer on that timeline. You know what I mean? We're operating with something different and whatnot. So, it feels like it feels like the environment, is electric, it's electrified and whatnot. So you might want to take full advantage and tap into it. Speaking on taking full advantage and tapping into something, we were talking about bringing back the Discord, right? And I'm aiming to do it on Thursday, which is our B day and whatnot. And the one of the benefits of the Discord that has many benefits to it, my aim and my goal, especially with, you know, losing a channel that I had over 15 years and knowing how these people are playing on these platforms, my goal is to build a not just a network, but more of a community. You know what I'm saying? For right now, the community will exist in cyberspace, but inshallah, that community could one day exist on a physical node and whatnot. If things are done correctly, that could easily happen. That's a no-brainer. Shit, that's a no-brainer. Imagine if you had 300,000 followers. Right now, right now I got what? Maybe 16,000 for this new page. Do you know you could form a town, you could form a whole community with 16,000 people, right? There's a book that I highly recommend. I'm gonna actually pull it up right now so y'all can see it because I really want you to go ahead and get this book. Okay, I want you to go ahead and get this book because this book is very important. Mhm. Mhm. All right, let me see. What I was looking for. Okay, you checked out the Bitcoin live? All right, no doubt. No, yes, it was very interesting. He dropped a lot of information and he made me want to go ahead and lock in and really put my mind on this, you know what I mean? This digital money. He has so many different angles in which to look at it, and it's very interesting. So, but yeah, Network State. Let me pull that up. Network State. That's the name of the book. An Indian techno dude wrote it. I believe he's like a where is he from? His name is Balaji. Let me pull this thing up. This book right here, I'm highly suggesting that everyone, this is also going to be in the book club. All right. This is also going to be in the book club. You feel me? 474 pages. Now, this is what I would say about this book, right? Especially to anybody who considers themselves a solutionary. If you begin hearing any talk about Project 2025 and people are scaring you and people are putting some type of fear in your heart and you're being, you're getting put into that fear state where they're feeding off of you. Remember Project Fear, where people are feeding off of you, right? I would say if you haven't read this book, but you read Project 20, this is if you read Project 2025 or if you heard about it, but especially if you read those, because it's 900 pages. I read 900 pages of it, but I also read this book years before I read Project 2025. So the wisdom that this book has in it was able to completely build my mental confidence up to the point when I was reading Project 2025, I was not intimidated. Okay. I was not intimidated. So this book right here is, especially with Bitcoin going bananas the way that it's going, and especially with Trump coming back into office and that Trump timeline being quote unquote established and whatnot, or reestablished for that matter. This book is going to be a Bible moving into the future, not even the future, moving into the now, like moving into today. So it's $9.99 on Kindle, but if you put networkstate.pdf in the Googles, I believe that you could get it for the free 99. If you don't have it like that, go ahead and don't make that, don't let that be a deterrent. You feel me? Information, if you need the information, you should be able to have access to it. And boom, go get that book and read that shit like you read a lot of this other information and research that's floating around. This though is applicable. Okay. This is applicable. So he lays out the blueprint even on how platforms can take. You said who's the author? His name is Balaji. It's an Indian last name. I don't want to jack it up. I be jacking shit up a lot. So I'm gonna spell it out for you. SRINLIVASAN. Okay. Yeah. This ain't underground. This is a top book in all of these circles of these quote unquote. Yeah, it has 444 ratings. Publication on July the 4th, right? It this book is being used by the Joe Rogans of the world, the same way that they use Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Day Work Week. It's the 4-Day Work Week, right? That's a classic amongst this new. I don't know what to call them. I don't know what they're called. I don't know what it like. What do Joe Rogan and his ilk fall under? What are they called? What would they be called? Progressives. I'm not too sure. They're white nationalists. Make no mistake about it. You feel me? Make no mistake about it. They are, nationalists in a sense. Um, but they do have they are identified by a certain type of name. Um, no, they're not just some dudes. Let's not demean them. You say puppets, thieves, right? Progressives. I mean, that's what they will call themselves. I don't identify as them being that progressive. However, these are futurists in a sense, like Elon Musk, you know what I mean? Lex Friedman, all of these basically, basically, that whole world of podcasters that I showed you in these past lectures, these people who they are saying got Trump into office, right? These are the people that they're accrediting to get Trump in. Let me drop this article in there and see if we can read it. It goes all the way to Dana White. Don't sleep on him, right? Because he yields a lot of power. Jake Paul, who we said cannot, you talk about timelines. If he knocks out Mike Tyson, that's a new timeline. You understand? He cannot knock Mike Tyson out. I don't give a fuck what happens. If he knocks out Mike Tyson, that's going to fuck up the timeline. You know what I mean? So those people, that this new group of young Europeans and whatnot who are clearly invigorated, they showed you in this election. I'm gonna show you the map of the exit polls and whatnot. I safely can say that I could put out the Red Summer album and just use the exit polls of the elections, and there you have it, because the USA is red right now. America is basically damn near all red. So yeah, a red summer or a red winter. I'll just take the exit, the goddamn election map, and use that. You know. So clearly, this group of these Europeans who, they have They we got our people, they got their people, and they people are tapped into a lot of projects. You feel me? That are considered to be mm, global initiatives in a sense. They're talking about going to Mars and shit like that. Even if we think that a lot of shit is a distraction, it still is what it is. You know what I mean? It's what it is. So Trump's win cemented it. New media is leaving the old guard behind. Podcasts are exploding. TikTok is a news source, and traditional media is shrinking in reach and influence. Right now, boom. With that being said, as you can see, they don't have none of our faces in this quote unquote picture right here. So this is the new media, right? And when you look at this picture, what it's saying to you is the new media, because media is mind, right? Because media is mine. So and everything is about narrative. I shared with you before that this whole shit is built on narrative because Western society is built off of ideas and concepts, philosophies and theories and all of that. But ideas and concepts form the narrative, and he or she who controls the narrative controls everything. So media is not just this white face right now that you're looking, these pale faces that you're seeing. They're right wing. They're on the right side of the aisle and whatnot. They're red. Okay. And they're far right. They're not just balanced, they're not just right. No, that they're far right. um and then when you go here, so the media, and we're not talking about Rush Limbaugh. We're not talking about the old guard of the red side, the red scare and whatnot. We're not talking about Rush Limbaugh. We're not talking about Sean Hannity. No, this is a new bunch that we're looking at. Okay, this is a new bunch, and they're shaping the minds and the hearts of not just America. They have global influence now. Okay, so here's the map. And the fact that America's red, right? They're showing it that America's red. So, that means that there's a dominant political ideology. The culture war is being won by the red, right? By the quote unquote, similar to if there was a civil war, the red would represent the Confederacy, and the Democrats or the liberals will represent what they was calling the Union and whatnot. So the red, how they said that the South will rise again, right? The South will rise again. And that's represented, the way that they could say that the South rose is through an election. That's the only way to truly see it. It's not through them bumping their gums and saying, oh, it's not Shabuzi being number one on the billboard that they say that the goddamn that the South is back or the South is rising or the South has won. No, it's through the elections first. Then there's a battle later on down the line. Whatever breaks out through civil war, where the shit could get real crazy, that comes later on. This is the building blocks. It starts in the political arena first. It starts in the political arena by way of the political theater, right? Remember, they try to take him out. Okay. He shed blood. Okay. Theoretically, blood was shed. So they want it back in blood. Pooh Shiesty. Okay. So the red or the far right, they're controlling the media. They're controlling the minds. They're controlling the quote unquote mentality of the Western man. That's theirs now. That they're going to have a culture war with what they call the liberal left and whatnot. Like the alphabet people, they're gonna go to war with them. They're gonna ramp up. They're already at war with them, but they're gonna turn that war up. Okay. The sad part about it is the fact that both sides are being run by a specific group. And you know what that group is, right? Yeah, we talk about that group a lot. We expose that group. Candace Owens, aka Red Pill Black, she's been exposed in that group. That group has been rumored to have taken over America clandestinely. They're the ones running that show. You know what I'm saying? So don't be fooled when they say that Joe Rogan and them is the master of they on top of media. Who's paying the bills in media? Who's paying the bills in media? You have to ask yourself that, right? Who is the ones in media that's giving the people in media $100 million deals at Spotify? Niggas was getting YouTube checks. They was happy with the motherfucking with the Spotify little chump change that they was throwing at dudes to pay your phone bill. Then they gave Joe Rogan 100 something million, and then they gave the girl Alex Cooper 100 something million. Then they gave Taylor Swift's boyfriend 100 something million. Then they gave Joe Button and them 100 something. Like, who the fuck is giving out all of this money? You know what I'm talking about? You got to follow the money. So when those big numbers started dropping and whatnot, you should know that there was some control being implemented, because if I give you $100 million, there's just certain things you cannot talk about. There's going to be certain agendas that you cannot expose. There's going to be certain things that you can't stand on, because the people that's paying you, it's a conflict of interest. So during the whole campaign on both sides, they avoided 1000% talking about you know who. They did not reprimand them. They did not slam them. They did not say them people are committing a genocide. They did not say that they need to stand down. They didn't say we're gonna spank them if they don't listen to us. They didn't say none of that. They didn't say none of that. You know what I'm talking about? They did not say none of that. Not a fucking word. They said, I'm just waiting for the bus. I'm just waiting for the bus. They were just waiting for November. Remember the 5th of November. They scared to death to talk about Palestine. You feel me? So all of that, all that should just show you right there that it is business as usual. You were the provocation against those people over there, it will continue. But we're not just talking about the provocation against those people. We're talking about the provocation against that whole region, and then spilling over into places like Africa, and then spilling over into other places. So it's interesting, you know, the Turks are being hunted down and persecuted. The Ottomans and the Turks, the same people that usurped some of our people, you know, the same people that usurped some of our people. And it's very karmatic, I guess. But it's business as usual. Those are the people running the show. That's your shadow government. That's the wizard behind the curtain. Those are the Geppettos, and the people that you see in front of you. Those are the Pinocchios with the long noses, with the growing noses. But they have people pulling their strings. So I don't want to entertain no type of conversations about Donald J. Trump. I understand some people are shit slapstick happy about him and everything, and they want to praise him and whatnot. But I would definitely warn you, please, no glizzies over here. You know what I'm talking about? It's not about him. He's not the one in charge. He's just the CEO, you know, that has been selected to jumpstart the corporation and do other things and whatnot. But it's definitely interesting the way that some of these pieces on the puzzle board are beginning to shift, right? Because when we see what's going on with the far right, we have to ask ourselves, we know what's going on with these woke niggas, and we know what's going on with the liberals and the Democrats. What's going on over, well, you got to focus on home first, right? So we got to focus on strengthening our foundation, monetizing the things that we do in an environment where it's very lucrative to basically be an infopreneur. It's very lucrative to be in the business of information. It's very lucrative to be a researcher, okay, and a podcaster who is broadcasting that research around the world. This ain't no struggle no more. Okay, this shit ain't about a struggle anymore. So there's some focus that there's going, hopefully people are going to begin to have moving forward. But I don't want to hold y'all up anymore. I know that I told y'all that we have a special guest that's going to be pulling up in the building. And based off of the way that y'all were acting with the responses that y'all were giving me for the show that we did yesterday with me and Blue and whatnot, and the good brother Chicago Crypto, all right, then yeah, we definitely, you are going to be very, very fulfilled tonight as we bring this brother to the stage. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our good brother, Chicago Bitcoin Bully. Peace.
Peace. What's going on, Red?
Peace to the
Shout
God.
out to the KTL Media. What's going on? No, the Ledger 444. What's going on,
That's
family? How's
right,
everybody
man.
feeling
We in the
tonight?
look, man. We in the kitchen. We in the kitchen warming up. We was just having hors d'oeuvres and whatnot. We just in the
Got you.
kitchen warming up,
Handing out just a little snacks real quick before the main course.
handing out snacks. You feel me? We on a flight right now. We on Spirit Airlines and shit. We just handing out some sun chips. You know, what I'm talking about some roasted almonds.
No, 100%. How's everybody? In fact, let me share this on my Instagram so I can get my peoples over here too. Hold on.
Yes, yes.
Let me
You can
share
also
this.
share this on your thing through StreamYard on your
You know
YouTube
what?
if you want
I
to.
kept trying to do that yesterday and it kept giving
You
me an
did.
error for some strange reason. Hold on.
Nah,
So
you
it did
was
it did
connected.
come through?
I saw it.
Ah,
It was
okay.
connected.
So let's try this now. Man, how's everybody feeling though, man? How's everybody? I mean, if you watched yesterday's show, that's all I want to say to you, Red. And to piggyback on the question you asked me
No, no,
yesterday,
no,
right?
no, no. Hold on. To veggie back, King.
My man,
Yeah,
pardon the body,
yeah.
man. The veggie back, the veggie back on
You feel me?
something you asked me yesterday, right? You was like, man, where do you think Bitcoin to be by such and such date? And remember what I told you, right? I can't tell you when, but I can tell you where.
Wow.
Somebody needs to go
Fam.
back and watch what prices those wares were, and look
I,
at where we're at just today.
I asked about 100,000 by the end of the fiscal, right? By the end of 2024. I was like, yo, we gonna hit 100K. And you was like, you know what I'm saying? Based off of the candlesticks and and look where we at. That shit is at 90. Where's it at? 89?
Last time I looked, 88, 87, 89,
We're
right
gonna
up
wake
under
up to about
90,000.
yeah,
Yep.
the whales are gonna wake up in the morning and push that shit. So we
I
talking
think
about
when we went
100 bands
live, it
before the
was
end of the
what?
month.
I don't even
Huh?
think it was. Oh, it had just hit 80,000 when we were live, if I'm not mistaken.
It did.
It had just we had went from 78, 79 to 80,000 while we was live. That's what it did.
That's crazy.
Hey, this
That
is
is
normal. This
crazy,
is. Hey, I'm gonna
bro.
tell you something. And I was talking to my Discord earlier, right? Like, man, everybody out here hype about a week. Like, hey, I understand this shit can go on for the next 8, 9 months, next year. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Just prices just going crazy. Like, people are getting hype over 2, 3, 4 days of bullishness, Red. This isn't what you get. This is the beginning of the giggles. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I want to add on what that is, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I suspect that it's more about the fact that the timeline
Mm-hmm.
has been renewed and the people see something new flowing, right? They see that there's a new current. The ship been so stagnant for so long that the fact that something they see, because currency moves and whatnot. So just the fact that people are identifying that the train is moving or the plane has taken off, I believe that that's what's getting people enthusiastic and whatnot, because it was stagnant, bro. You know, stagnant waters run deep.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, it
100%.
wasn't no move. You know, the still waters is dead, so it's moving now, and all is mental, right? So
Mm-hmm.
imagine the minds. People are now allowed, because the imagination was stifled. Man, do you remember the buzz? There was crypto when Elon Musk went on Saturday Night Live,
Mm-hmm.
and they was just waiting for him to say something about Doge, and it was that
Mm-hmm.
episode that was supposed to take everybody to the moon, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And the nigga did not do what he did not understand the assignment,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't go up, and it went dormant. Matter of fact, people started losing bread, people started losing hope, people started losing the charge. Those diamond hands got weak and whatnot. Feel
Facts.
me? And all kind of other negative things started happening. So we're kind of, people were they were dreaming big. They was putting down, I'm putting down on the planet. I'm putting down payment on a planet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
You
remember
know
they
what I
had
mean?
the Doge to a dollar moniker saying at that time. That was the big rant.
Goes to a
That was
dollar, Monica.
that was the
You
rant.
had
That was
niggas,
the call to arms.
you niggas, they had the U-Haul pack. Everybody, yo, just to a dollar, and I'm gonna be in goddamn. I'm driving to goddamn Calabasas. Let's go off this Doge. We about to have the Doge mansion, and it didn't happen. So now we at a place where we could think big and back it up, because real assets, real life shit is going on, and it wasn't going like that for about 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And it's understandable, right? It's understandable. But I only say that because if y'all are happy now, just wait. Like this ain't just wait, Red. Like, okay,
right.
we at 90 now. How do you think we gonna feel when Bitcoin's at $250,000 going up $5,000-$10,000 a day? You know what I mean? Ethereum somewhere around six, seven, $8,000, $9,000. Right? That's when
So
that.
let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
If I had 5 bands just to throw into something right now, let's say I was sitting on 5 bands. Shit, let's say I was sitting on 50 bands, right?
Hmm.
And I'm waking up, I'm seeing shit going crazy, and I'm not that invested in it. What do I do right now so I don't get sick? I want to be a part of the conversation so I could pump my fist too. Like, what do I do?
I'm gonna give you a super honest answer, super duper duper honest answer.
Yes.
Knowing what I know, right? And if I was on the outside looking in and I wasn't me, the first thing I would do was reach out to Bitcoin Block Bully and have a sit down. That way I can
Mhm.
figure out strategically. Because you can listen to any Joe Smo on YouTube about what coin to buy. You know what I'm saying? Once
Right.
prices start going up, everybody's gonna be right. This is what I want y'all to understand. Once these things start moving, do not listen to people that wasn't here when they weren't. Because everything they're gonna be
Please
telling you
don't.
is gonna seem like it's correct and true. Like, oh, he said this was gonna go up and it went. No, everything's gonna go up. So first thing I would do is reach out to, myself or an individual like myself to get the education piece, especially if you're playing with something like 50. Because you can throw 50 in here in the wrong thing and lose it within 24 hours.
Yee.
And you know what I mean? And that's not a good feeling. And it has happened before, and it will continue to happen if individuals don't get the right direction. Now, let's say that I'm somebody that's a little savvy in the space and I understand the space, right?
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do, whether it's 500, 5,000, or $50,000, and I'm gonna open up a decentralized savings account, depending on what blockchain, what network, what assets I want to deposit, what I want to earn interest on, right? But I'm gonna make sure that it's a decentralized savings account that allows me to collateralize my underlying assets. That way, I can issue myself a self-secured loan. With that self-secured loan, that's what I'm really gonna go out and play in the market with.
Right.
With that original 500, 5,000, or 50,000, that's gonna be my base capital. That's gonna be my collateral. That's gonna be home base. I'm not even really gonna
You ain't
play
gonna
the
touch.
market with
Right.
that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Right.
Collateralize that and use what if y'all not familiar with the micro strategy, right? With what he's doing right now, where he's borrowing billions of dollars. In fact, he's got a play coming up in the next year, I think, where he's looking to borrow. Don't get me wrong, I believe it's $20 billion to buy Bitcoin with.
Mm.
You know,
Based off of the Bitcoin that he got.
based off the Bitcoin and the shares that he got, because they're able to borrow against their shares.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you how the world works. Red. The world works off debt.
Right.
Those that are in the high net worths, they work with debt. They work with other people's money.
OPM. That's right.
That's the real key to freedom. See, we think that we're supposed to go all in with whatever we got, and it's like, nah. Mm-mm. Let that be a cushion. Let that be the pillow you rest on. You know what I'm saying? You can use that pillow that you resting on, right,
Right.
to go out, get some energy, and go play out in the field. And if you lose out in the field, you still got that pillow to come back and rest on, right?
Is this an individual thing or is this a group thing that could happen where a group come together and say, you know what, we're gonna have to come together and put our put our coins in the bag.
Now that was going to be that was actually going to be the third option, right? Find a group
Right.
of individuals that are like-minded, have the direction and the means to do some type of group economics. Because I mean, if you got 50 and I got 50 and another person has 50, right? Now we got 150 to come into the market with, which means that our returns are going to be that much more greater. Not only with the credit we're able to issue ourselves off that 150, and we're just throwing numbers out there, y'all. You ain't got to play with $150,000 in this space. You can start off, you know what I'm saying, couple hundred, couple thousand, and really make something happen if you know how to do it. Now,
Right.
this is what I don't want people to think. Even though it does happen, don't think you're gonna come over here with $100 and turn it into $100,000. Please do not come over here thinking this is the game that we playing, y'all, because there are stories of that, especially when you deal with the meme coins, right? But
Yes.
going back to what we were speaking about, right? I know you got a good response based off of us letting individuals know that we were going to get together as a collective, have a sit down, and talk about such a thing as far as group economics and coming together and being able to pull together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For a common cause.
I got feedback.
Good
I got a
feedback.
lot of feedback.
Now, do you have a way for the people that may not have been privy to that live to reach out today? For those that may want to be at that, what tomorrow night, right?
Yeah. It's Wednesday. No, it's
What's
Wednesday.
today? Oh, yeah.
Today,
Okay,
yeah,
man.
we on
My
Monday.
days are off.
Nah.
Bitcoin up, so it's Thursday to me.
You feel me?
You
You
know.
feel me? So nah, yeah, I definitely do. Let me put this email out there. Don't worry, guys. You still have time. We have up until Wednesday. All we ask you to do is to register. It's free. We'll be on Zoom off of YouTube. So theoretically, we'll be in the private. This is the public. This is like standing on a public square and speaking. We don't speak private business in the public. You
Mhm.
feel me? We have conversations in the public, but if you on if let's say you on the train or the plane, you speak on the plane and you speak on the train, but you don't speak about private business with people that you don't know. You know, so that's what we're gonna be. We're gonna be, but on Zoom in a private setting to speak about private affairs and whatnot. And it's going to be definitely something that I uh, I highly suggest if you want to be a part of some group economics and you want to be a part of a winning team that has receipts that could show and prove what it is that they say that they're doing. You're gonna want to be there on Wednesday,
Oh my
I
God.
believe at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Have you even checked it out yet, Red? Because it's different from what. Oh man, we've already helped the community out once. You know what I mean? Those that were able to
Mm-hmm.
collaborate with us
Yes,
beforehand, man. They are as I wish I could be more candid too. We'll be able to share more on Wednesday night though. We'll be able to share more on Wednesday night.
for
So for
sure, for
those
sure.
that feel like they may miss this boat, if you want to jump on a yacht, you know what I'm saying? Something comfortable, something that's gonna be easy on you mentally,
Right.
right? Financially. We got such a such a boat. So
Yeah,
make
we
sure y'all,
definitely
y'all
got a
there
boat for you
Wednesday
to get
night,
on.
man. Um,
Facts.
'Cause I don't know what people, what people are thinking is going on, but this is just the beginning. Like this is just, and people are saying. In fact, remember people asked me that day, man, is it too late to buy Bitcoin? And,
House
and,
way.
and come on, man. It's if you are thinking generational wealth, it's never really too late to buy some Bitcoin, especially if you don't have any at all.
Right. Now you laid down some shit though that really opened up my mind yesterday. And I don't hear it said like that in the mainstream. Like even on YouTube and Face and IG with all of the gurus and stuff like that. I haven't heard them lay it out in terms of its use case. You know, you put a great perspective on the use case of Bitcoin outside of it being an instrument that one would take to flip because people are looking at it the way that they may look at some work in the street.
Hmm.
I'm finna flip that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pay down for this and I'm gonna turn it into this. You know what I mean? In this amount of time. So, what type of mentality would you suggest the average person getting into this field apply to it? Should we come into it with a street mentality, the flip, you know what I'm saying, the bubble and whatnot? Or should we bring a mentality of, generational wealth building, holding on to assets, making hedges, and things of that nature? Like, what would you suggest?
So if I was able to suggest the way that people come in this, right? Which it takes a little bit of learning. You know what I'm saying? The learning curve is the biggest thing, the educational piece, because you got to understand what money is and what money ain't. Because the way that I choose, in fact, I was talking to some individuals today, right? And I gave them an example. I'm like, man, if you knew that dollar bills, so we're talking before dollar bills were in circulation, okay?
Right.
If you knew that dollar bills were going to come into circulation and this was going to be the medium of exchange, and you could buy those dollar bills for pennies on the dollar, how many dollar bills would you buy?
Hmm. That's one of those if I could get in a time machine and go back type of questions.
Now keep that idea of going back in 2025, 2030, 2040, 2050. People are going to wish they could have went back to 2024 and bought $87,000 Bitcoin. Not so much because of the flip, but when we get into the 30s, 40s, and the 50s, it's going to be because so much of the reserve, and that now this is the medium of exchange, right? There's a
Mm,
high possibility that our grandchildren will be dealing with sats, right? Spending sats,
right.
which are the smallest
Satoshi's.
denominations of a Bitcoin, right?
Right.
And let me say this too. Let's just say that it is not the sats that are being spent. It's going to be those sats, that Bitcoin, in my humble opinion, that's going to be the reserve for the medium of exchange. In fact, if you if you can share your screen, or if I can share my screen and just show people a little bit of
Mm-hmm.
some of the things that are, coming out of this space. Hold
Most
on.
def.
Let me get my screen share up, because this is the way that I'm looking at it, and this is what I'm preparing for. Right, this is what I'm preparing for. Hold on, let me get this. Let me get this up for y'all real quick. This should bring it home for everybody.
The point where everything is gambling, everything is
Hold on, y'all. I'm about to bring my screen in. Here we go. Because everybody likes to throw, I'm a sovereign this, sovereign that. We're the
Yeah.
sovereign people, the sovereign aboriginals.
Where they at?
Everybody's
Where they
out here
at?
dealing with, currency that ain't too sovereign. So when you look at things like this, right,
Somebody wanted to know, do they tax Bitcoin?
there are ways that an individual could be taxed, just like anything else.
Right.
You know,
For sure.
it depends on how you operate and demonstrate. But when we get into mediums of exchange and looking for something to kind of stabilize, what I see is Bitcoin backed stable coins, which individuals talk about now in the future, even though they're already here for those that are boots on the ground like myself and those that have followed. Big shout out to the New Money Matrix family. Um,
Facts.
but if when we think about the emergence of the paper money, right? It came as a backing to the reserve asset, which was gold, silver at one time. So you got to look back to the gold certificates, right? You got to look back to the gold certificates. Here we go. And understand that at one point in time, these pieces of paper used to represent something, right? Something on
Right.
demand, bearer bonds, so to say, right? Bearer instruments. Let me say that they're not bonds, bearer instruments. So when I look at things like this, it's no different than a bearer instrument, whereas the underlying medium of exchange is backed by a certain denomination of Bitcoin, to which if they choose to turn that denomination or that medium of exchange in, they'll get the Bitcoin is backing it. Same thing
Mm.
as we did with the gold. So if we're looking at it like that, then right, we're living in a time where the country is going to go on a gold standard. So now it's about how much gold does your family hold, and that's why I try to preach the importance of setting up a family crypto treasury. Every family should have a little bit of families not having exposure to any Bitcoin right now is akin to, how can I think about it? How can I think about it? Because I want to say it's akin to having no money whatsoever for your future, because that's
Right.
really, really, really what it is. And we got to put the futuristic goggles on here, y'all. You have to be able to look at tomorrow. Now, let me say, it's hard to do when you're living check to check to look for tomorrow. Extremely hard to do. But that's why you got to start somewhere, Joe. $5, $10. You know what I mean? Even the most poverty-stricken individuals got habits that if they were to give those habits up, they would then have an extra source of income that they would then be able to allocate into something like a cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, a little bit of gold, a little bit of silver. Though, in my humble opinion, being able to use these cryptocurrency instruments to then acquire gold, silver, and all the other things that an individual may want, right?
Right.
But for me, the long goal, like, you want to look at this as being the future medium of exchange that your family is going to use. So if you care about your family and the future of your family, right, you
Right.
got to be able to start acquiring some of these, get a nibble, a bite, get something, man. Like, we're going to sit back, not us, but there's going to be people that's going to sit back in 10 years and be like, it was unfair. We didn't have a chance.
Right. It wasn't right. They didn't give us a chance.
They didn't give us a chance. The rich always get richer, not knowing that a lot of individuals that are going to be the rich in 10 years are going to be a lot of us.
Right. The new wealth class.
100%. In fact, let me see what new Bitcoin millionaires were. In fact, I'm going to tell you what's interesting about this, bro. As Bitcoin hits all-time highs, you know that this means that everybody in the world that has ever bought Bitcoin in their whole life is in profit right now. There's not one person that's not in profit. You know how crazy a thought that is?
Crazy.
And I don't think if
Crazy.
y'all really catching this, nobody is underwater.
Mm.
Every single person that has ever put $1 into Bitcoin is up.
It's
Whether
up.
it's a
Right.
dollar, 200, 2,000, 200, it doesn't matter. They're in profit. So you got to start somewhere. Because if you just keep looking at, oh, it's going up, I'm gonna, you're gonna watch it go from 87 to 90, from 90 to 100. You know what I'm saying? You're never gonna satisfy that thirst that you have to buy it at discount prices that we had longer. 2 years, 2 years, Red, 2 years to buy this thing.
Facts.
You know what I
Look,
mean?
I remember having a conversation with you when it was at 16. And I was like, yo, if 16 of us just put a stack up, we could own a Bitcoin. And we were brain wrestling who, like, if people were
Mm-hmm.
willing to do that. And that was not a long time ago, mind you. It
Mm-mm.
was at 16. And I was like, damn, we should snatch that now.
And see, this is the problem. When it's in our best interest to do things, a lot of times we don't do it because we don't have the foresight or we don't have those futuristic goggles on. Because I mean, you got to look at it. You're asking the people that really don't understand the market to buy something that just in the new crash and it's over with, and it's the fear factor. Like,
They
man,
were
what if I
seeing a
put my
lot of
money with
that.
red and I lose it? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I put my man, I might lose it. And now look at people,
Oh,
eighty-seven
they was
thousand.
killing the crypto dudes for about 3 years. They was washing them. They
Man,
lost their girlfriends. Yeah, remember?
man, it was ugly. It
It
was
was like,
ugly. I mean, I got, I
yeah,
got, I got a little bit of
the,
hate.
the
I got a
crypto
little bit of.
winter.
You
You feel
said,
me?
you said,
You
you know what I'm
said, but
saying?
what
But
happened?
the thing with me though is, and people can attest to this, that I've always given people real, live foresight, Red. Whereas before the market turns around, I'm normally the one telling people, and this is when prices are going up still. I'm normally the one telling people, I mean, I think it's time to start bowing out, backing up,
Right.
stabilizing, discharging. Oh no, man, Bitcoin's going to $1 million. You don't know what you're talking about. And then it comes down. And then when it comes down, I'm normally the one that's telling people, man, Joe, I think it's time for us to start buying, start accumulating. Oh man, Bitcoin's crashing. It's dumb. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you know. And I don't know it all, but I do know what I know. And I do know that I've been living this life for the last 7 going on 8 years nonstop.
Mm.
So I think that the man hours, and I forgot what they say, how many hours you got to put in to be
It's 10 or 100,000, but I
mm,
think it's 10,000 hours.
either or. I think I got them in.
Either or, right? You still
Either or, I
clocked
think
it.
I think I got them in 10,000 or 100,000. It really
I'm
doesn't
gonna
even
start.
matter.
Yeah, I'm gonna count up some of my videos and see where I'm at.
I think I
Yeah,
got
they
them in.
said 10K.
Okay, yeah, Eric, 10,000. Okay, so yeah, man, hey, I've easily got 10,000 hours worth more of videos. Just so
Straight
the
up, you crossed
classes,
that line.
classes. I
Classics,
got more
right?
than 10,000 hours worth of classes. Bro, I've been having classes since 2017, almost nonstop,
Man,
about
I'm
the
catching
same
up to you.
subject. I've never switched. I've never got on another horse. I've never whatever's popping right now, I'm just gonna talk about that. Even though I'm a crypto dude, I've always stuck to the script, Red, because I knew that this was our financial salvation. And if don't nobody else really stick to it, ain't nobody going to. And I haven't seen a
Right,
handful, if a handful. Maybe I could put my thumb and my index finger together and hold those that have held the reign over the last couple of years that really stuck to it. But the majority of people, they just here for a cash grab, and when things ain't going their way, they gonna get on to whatever else is hot. When this is what's always gonna be hot, even when it ain't.
right. That's right. Consistency. It's a winning trait right there.
Man, it's a super
I want
winning
to play
trait.
this real. I'm gonna play this video real quick, and I want to see how what your thoughts.
Okay.
All right, let's check this out.
And soon you'll be able to make a bet on anything and everything. You were just able to bet on. We reached a point where everything is gambling, everything is speculation, and soon you'll be able to make a bet on anything and everything. You were just able to bet on the election through Polymarket to the point that someone from France secured a $48 million payout. And at this point, hitting a parlay is a meme. You have creators pushing it, you have your feed pushing sponsored and unsponsored posts, and then you also just have this range of private communities and also tools to help you maximize your bets. And then you're also seeing this rise in meme coins, which are capitalizing on attention, communities, and just branding to really create these financialized cults that are just another layer or example of speculation. I'm confident that within the next few years, placing a bet or making a prediction market is going to be as easy as sending a Venmo. And you're just going to be able to make a bet or anything and start that from your group chat, whether it's betting on something like a fashion trend or whether or not your friend is going to be able to eat a whole pizza pie to himself. I'm also confident that we're going to look back and realize that legalizing betting on everything from sports to a presidential election was probably a bad idea.
What are your thoughts on that, brother?
As far as the whole prediction market.
Well, I love the title of the video. It says speculation is eating the internet. It actually, gave me a light
Everything is
bulb.
gambling, everything is,
Speculation is eating the internet.
and soon you'll be able.
So I like that aspect of where he's building out the narrative about it's really speculation markets, prediction
Hmm.
markets.
Hmm.
We belong to something called a conscious community where there's supposed to be people who are sight that there's supposed to be people who could tell, they're supposed to have vision, sight beyond sight, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
They're supposed to be able to predict the future. We have people who claim to know these things or have these skills, right? A lot of people say that they're activated. However, there's whole markets that are being built right all around us where people are actually monetizing said skill.
Hmm. Hmm.
They're monetizing it. And I follow there's people that have been hitting them damn parlays to the point where I'm like, yo, they got some juju or something.
I got you.
So
I got where you
I'm
going with it.
confused. Yeah, like why is that? If we, but if we have these so many people got it wrong on who was going to be the president in this tarot card community,
And you know
in
who
the
got it right? The
Brewhall
crypto
community.
community. That's
Hmm?
interesting because the crypto community got it right. Those that
The
were
cr-
betting on Poly Market, I don't
right.
know how familiar people are with that.
I just
Um,
showed that he just showed somebody made 48 million. Somebody
hmm
from France made $48 million on Polymarket voting on Trump. And then yesterday I showed how Polymarket in October had the exact election, the exit poll of what the map looked like.
hmm
In October, Polymarket predicted it.
hmm and Poly Market isn't new, y'all. Poly Market actually is an OG in the space. Probably about when when academics was on the Chicago wave real hard, and it was a lot going on out here. I was actually gonna create a prediction market, trying to see if the murder rate in Chicago was gonna be higher or lower than it was the year before. It's like 4 or 5 years ago. I was gonna do this on Poly Market.
Right.
Um,
Based on who's popping right now. They're
hmm
like, yo, Bloodhound Q, what's these niggas?
yeah, no, I ain't gonna speak on any of their names on my
I
live.
ain't gonna speak. Yeah, my bad. So
People
it's
got
like,
started there.
but you would based off of who's hot or who's getting signed or who just came home, you could kind of predict certain things.
No,
You know,
definitely. So with the amount of tarot card readers, the amount of moon, full moon, magic readers, the amount of, like you said, individuals that we have within our community that say that they can predict these certain things, they get a bag on these prediction markets.
right?
A bag. Not only
Big
that,
bag.
Red, with things being open source, why don't we create our own? Well, let me not say why don't we. We have the ability to create
Ability
our
to,
own prediction market, right?
right?
And start doing some of those holistic intergalactic predictions that individuals be doing with solar flares and
With the
you know
flares, yeah, yeah,
man, we think that this is gonna happen, and allow the community to put their money where their mouth is.
where their
Man, I
mouth
think
is,
Aquarius
right,
Maximus is gonna get it right. How many
right,
people think Aquarius Maximus is gonna right versus how many people think she's gonna get it wrong?
right, right, and it turns it into a lucrative sport instead of gossip.
What? Come on, man. Then you create a
Yeah.
governance token that allows individuals to stake and get a passive income.
We gotta talk about this.
Like, y'all, there's things that we can create in this space. This is a new world within this new money matrix, man. It's a new world, and we can literally create whatever we want
Literally,
if we put our
look,
minds together.
the dream books. The ancestors had dream books. They were hitting numbers based off of dreams that they had.
Mm,
It was deep in Harlem, what they call the policy bankers. And then when it got to the South, it exploded. Okay. With the people in the deep South, the hoodoo and whatnot. And now you have the scratch off games where you'll have melanated women and men in them goddamn gas stations spending $20 and making $250 daily. And let's not talk about those magic crackheads. You know what I'm talking about? Let's not talk about those majestic dope fiends. You know what I mean? Who could basically create money out of, they could hit they get them on a slot machine.
hmm
They got the luck of the draw. They got the luck of the Irish.
Hey, a bully fact, just to go along with that. I don't know if a lot of people know. I've spoken on it a couple of times. Well, spoke about it here and there. But my grandfather used to be one of the biggest. Well, let me not say biggest, but he was one of the numbers runners out here in Chicago in the early days for Sam Giancana or the Chicago outfit, the Mob,
Get out of
which
here.
is where I think I get a lot of my, because like I told you, I don't know where it comes from as far as me with this space and numbers and everything,
Right.
right? But we can definitely say that some data's been downloaded. You know what I'm saying, from him having to deal with those numbers, which allows me now to deal with the numbers on a totally different level.
Right.
So just a quick bully fact as he was talking about the numbers game because it was big in
Yeah,
Chicago.
yeah. It's
That was
it's
our
in
hustle.
you. It's in you, not on you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Same way you got some people that you put some dice in their hand. You feel me? It's they're gonna show you that this thing is an ancient art. But I would love to entertain a conversation about a prediction market moving forward, for this community, because
hmm
it's definitely time to weed out the effective ones versus the non-effective ones. Because I need to know what's the date on the calendar. What date? What's the day of reckoning, y'all,
Mm.
for this Kamala shit? Because what's the day of reckoning? Like, when is the trial date? Because I'm showing up. I'm gonna be in the audience. I want to see what's finna happen.
I'm seeing the excitement.
Because
People talking about us creating it too. Like, man, that'd be a big. It would be a big market. You're right. It's it's all about us doing it though, man. And I know you got some people on your team that's already in the space doing the blockchain thing on the private side.
I
So it's definitely
definitely
something.
do.
So that's definitely something we need to sit down and talk about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like you said, this is a new world, and everybody that I've spoken to are eager and enthusiastic to do whatever needs to be done. So we're in a new timeline. So literally, people of power and prestige could get together and make some power moves that have never been seen for this generation. Brothers and sisters who have ideas that are lucrative could come together and create a budget to fund these ideas and to bring them to life. Everything is possible now. And would you agree that with the market going crazy like that, that is a stimulus? That's, because that means that more money is going to begin to pump into communities with the crypto going crazy. That means people are going to now be willing to invest. People who are tight pocketed are going to open up their purses. What is your feeling on that?
Oh no, the money printer's about to come on. The money printer's
Okay.
about to come on. In fact, what a lot of individuals don't know is China is either started or getting ready to kick out their stimulus. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of money that's about to be printed, Red, which is another reason why the markets are doing what they're doing. In fact, you know what? I gotta put this out there too, Red, because people
Yes.
don't understand the position that we're in and how we can, man, how we can get over so much, right? So for those that kind of familiar, the ETFs are out. BlackRock and them put $1 billion plus in there the other day, right?
Hmm.
Something that we have the ability to do that they do not, right? If we look, let me pull up my chart real quick and let's put this on the day. Okay, this is Bitcoin. So that was yesterday. So over the weekend, right? Over the weekend, Bitcoin went from 75, open back up somewhere around 80, we'll say 80, $82,000, right? What individuals don't know is that BlackRock and them, all those ETFs could not buy over the weekend, right?
Mm.
They can't buy over the weekend, Red. Only we can. So now while we're buying, they're coming in and they're going to sleep. If you want to look at it like that, at 75K, waking up, it's 80, $82,000. What do? They hurry up and rush and go in and buy, push the market way more.
Wait, well,
So we got
okay.
the
So they
advantage to
exploded
front
it.
run them on the upside and the downside because they got their hands tied behind their back. Y'all don't understand what that's like. That's like being in a race and for every other lap, they got to stop and take a 5-minute break and you can just keep going. How could you not win?
That's crazy.
How could you not win?
Right.
Like is y'all, we're in a position that if you're alive right now in 2024, you may not get these positions again in life, not with this sector.
Yo, do you know if OnlyFans do they pay in Bitcoin?
I don't know. I mean, ain't nothing but a Google search. Let's see.
Yeah, let's find that out because I'm a foot model.
Can I pay with OnlyFans? But somebody was using it, asking it, wondering how can I pay what I'm using, but virtual card, load your crypto.
Not pay for it. Nah, get paid
Accept.
in it. Yeah, like can
Okay.
you accept payment in
Let
crypto?
me see. Can you pay? Can I accept? Bitcoin is OnlyFans crypto alternative. Okay, let's see. What is this? No, okay. I don't think so, and I don't know enough about it to understand what their payment system is. Um, Now I do know that OnlyFans is kind of like a subsidiary or a continuation of Backpage. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Backpage, but
Yeah, that oh
Backpage
man.
definitely accepted cryptocurrency. That was
But yeah, that was a crypto haven.
exactly, exactly. Now what individuals can do though, right? Well, I'll leave that for another story because there's a way that they can, have a decentralized OnlyFans and accept crypto. But we'll save that for something else. So right now, I don't think OnlyFans accepts crypto. Now, if they're smart, I'm gonna tell you what they could do, and this would just be a little nugget. What individuals would be able to do is put a QR code that leads to a cryptocurrency wallet on their OnlyFans page, and they can definitely
Mm,
accept cryptocurrency and provide exclusive content for the crypto bros.
right.
So for anybody out there that does dibble and dab, might show your toes or whatever the case may be, you know, create an
Yeah.
extra QR code for the crypto bros. You'll be surprised what the returns will be.
I got a whole agency for foot models.
You being serious?
I'm yeah,
Bro, let's
hand and foot models.
let's set up
Hand and foot
a
models.
decentralized catalog, man.
That
We can
part.
track some crypto bros.
Yeah.
NFTs on the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually I was actually working with a couple of big OnlyFan models back when the NFT things was big because we was actually trying to create non-fungible tokens that will um hold exclusive content for the bearer of that token, meaning they're the only person in the world that can look at it, have ownership of it, and then if they so choose, trade it off for a higher price.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
fire.
so that was something. And NFTs ain't dead, y'all. Yeah,
That
I
was
seen a
the
couple people
question that was
asking.
asked earlier.
Yeah.
Please, can give us some faith, my good brother, man. What the hell? Talk to us about these NFTs because we put a lot of energy, we put a lot of faith. We, you know what I mean? Like
hmm
that's a passion project.
you know what it was with NFTs. A couple of different things, right? Number one, let me say this: people were buying the hype and not looking to sell. Like people made shit tons of money off of NFTs, but once again, just like the crypto market, people thought that they held them forever and they were just supposed to go up. And it's like
Right.
nothing in the world works like that, y'all. In fact, let me say that right now, y'all. Nothing in the world works. Nothing just continues just to go up, 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 up. You're eventually, depending on the game that you're in, you're eventually gonna want to take some skin out of the game, right?
So you
Um,
mean to say that there's an ebb and flow to everything?
to everything, bro. It's a cycle to everything. That's just universal.
Yes.
It's a cycle to everything. Prediction markets, financial markets are no different whatsoever. No different.
Real quick
hmm
for the new people that came in the building. On Wednesday, me and Crypto, we're gonna be doing a Zoom on Wednesday. It's not a class. We're not doing a class. We're doing a free Zoom. This is a meeting. It's not a meeting of the minds. This is a meeting of investors, okay, or potential investors. And this is opportunity. All right. Solutions. That's the name of this. Solutions and opportunities on Wednesday. I believe 8 p.m. Eastern. We're not going to hold y'all for super long and whatnot. It may take only an hour tops. We are asking you to send your information to email me at the Mart125th at Gmail. Simple email, and we'll reply, sending you the link where you could go ahead and register. It's as easy as that. So send me the link, send me the email, and put Zoom or put crypto in the headline, and then we got you. What happened to the Netaverse? The Netaverse is sitting there and is waiting, and it's marinating, waiting. Like I said, we put a lot of energy, we put a lot of time. We got white papers. We even have our own coin and everything. But yeah, we gonna we popping out solar cycle 25. Solar cycle 25. We are
We gotta
gonna
wait for
pop
y'all
out.
to get back involved. You know what I mean? We could, man. I mean, we could build whatever we want over here. But if y'all the people ain't involved, if y'all gonna leave when the rest of the market leaves because the news says leave, what are we gonna stay here and keep moping
And
around
keep
for?
right.
We gonna keep it on the back burner for y'all for whenever y'all get ready. You know?
It's a y'all thing at the end of the day. So we build it, and when y'all come in, you give life to it, and then that creates the whole energy move.
And
That's
let
how
me
the
add
energy
this too.
moves. Yes,
Let me add this too. NFTs are the value you give them, right? So I think
that's
I was the
right.
first individual that came up with what I called EFTs, educational fungible tokens, which
Mm,
was when I was selling my classes as NFTs, which allowed an individual to purchase the class, download it, and then resell it in my store and undercut me if they so choose. You know how much money people made off my classes, Red, during that
mm.
time?
I know, it was crazy.
And it was an honorary way to go back and sell somebody's information, because a lot of times people just jack and steal and resell your shit and you don't get no compensation. At
Right.
least with the NFTs, I was getting paid, I think 5 or 10% off of every resale. You know.
That's honorable.
So
Yeah,
remember,
that's how
y'all,
you. I mean, to be honest with you, that's how you do it. That's how you
you
do it.
keep it in the family. Everybody eats, everybody learns. You know what I mean? Because remember, y'all can create NFTs. So if you feel like NFTs ain't got no value, you're not bringing any value, right? I've released books as NFTs. I've released music as NFTs, and everything has sold because
Mm,
I gave it the value that it had. I didn't just put a picture up and say, "Hey, pictures are hot right now, so buy this NFT picture." And a lot of people
facts.
got like that. Red. Sad to say,
Oh,
a lot of people in our
man,
community bought a lot of bullshit NFTs from individuals that, while the hype was there, yeah, people are gonna buy the shit. But once it boils down to it, what the fuck am I? Excuse my language. What am I holding this for?
right. A lot of chains got snatched.
Man, what?
Yes, pup. I seen your email. I got you, King. Indeed. You know. Yeah. So that's. Are there any conferences coming up that you know about that you would suggest we pop up to and rub some
Um,
shoulders and network?
Man, it might be too early, but they do have a what is that? Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas coming up.
Mm.
Let me see. Let me see. Man, somebody literally just sent me. Okay, 2025 Bitcoin 2025 in Las Vegas. I
What
think
day
that's
is
the one
that?
he was talking about. May 27th to May 29th, 2025.
Oh, fire. Okay, we can start getting ready for that right now.
So we could stomp something like this. And you know what I'm saying? But what else we can do is, man, we can put our own event together, right?
Leading up to that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Get our people prepared for it.
That's
That way we
right.
can
That's
really
right.
go in there strong. Because the more people that understand, the more people that learn, the more people that put themselves in a position, the more people that's able to tag along and get the information. Now we got a bigger presence.
Okay, so you saying that the more, if we apply the mentality of gang or ma rule with the crypto is more beneficial for us?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Because we go in there representing. Now you never don't know who's going to reach out to us, man. Y'all, especially with us, bro, our demographic, they're not really represented at these
At these
events,
events, right.
right?
Right.
So
They
now when they
gravitate towards us
see,
too
man, what they're gonna
when they
grab,
see it,
man, what
right.
y'all, yeah, man, what do y'all really know though? And then we get the da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh shit, hold on, because bro, I'm gonna tell you something. I know a lot more than a lot of your
There's a lot
top
of them, right.
YouTubers out here, man.
You are ready, bro.
So if y'all know what I know, man, we are forced to be reckoned with. And I'm gonna teach y'all everything that I know. I don't hold nothing back, bro. I don't hide shit. I'm not. Oh, my secrets are my secrets, man. I want for myself what I want for my brother, and I want for my brother what I want for myself, and that's how I operate.
BMF, Bitcoin Mafia family.
Man, I was gonna come out with something out here in Chicago called the Bitcoin Bag Boys, but it was like, do I even want to get into that and put a
Nah,
target?
because
And
yeah,
but it,
I
it,
ain't
it
gonna
could
say
be
that.
something though. You know what I'm saying? We could be underground with it
Yeah, yeah. Be like an underground club.
because this is
But
underground.
yeah, I could see it though. When you said that, I saw 100 of us. We all repping. We got the logo on, and we're supporting our spokesman, the people who know who could talk it. We surrounding them and being their support team while they kick it and while they sell it. You know what I'm saying? And while they put these people under that spell, you know what I'm saying? That's how it works. I was talking to the audience the other day, and I was like, authenticity takes you it takes you far. You know, authenticity takes you far, especially where they say opposites attract. Because there's been we were talking about code switching, as a matter of fact, and I was saying to people in the audience, I was like, look, I've been guilty of code switching in my lifetime. I'm not gonna act like I haven't throwing on, different accents around different people. However, when I started knowing who I was and living in, who I was, standing in my truth and whatnot, wearing my jewelry, my crystals, you know what I'm saying, wearing my ankh, all of that shit. I remember going places where, corporate affairs and whatnot. And, I'm around melanated black people and they're talking to their bosses and whatnot, or they're talking to their employees and they're code switching. And I'm authentically me. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm showing up in my proper persona. And they're like, who is that? The CEO is like, who's that right there? They're interested in who we are because we're authentic. They like, we haven't seen nobody that looks like y'all, you know,
And that's an
and they're
attraction.
drawn to you when you know who you are, regardless of who that may be. People tend to run into problems with all nationalities, regardless of what they are, white, black,
Mm-hmm.
yellow. I'm just using colors as an example. But when you're not being you, when you're playing someone else, when you're not authentically you, you'll run into problems with everybody.
I mean, I got to look at it like this. It's my authenticity that brought me to your doorstep, Blue's doorstep, Brother Rich's doorstep, Black
No,
Dot's doorstep, so many other individuals' doorstep. Just being authentic.
no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
No
It goes a
doubt.
long way, y'all. Y'all wouldn't know
Definitely.
of me if I wasn't the authentic individual I am.
That's a super fact. That's a Snapple fact. Look at that chart. Look at all that green.
Man, man, bro, and it's like this is what I've been trying my hardest to prepare people for. Like,
Not
it's
trying,
cool to, yeah, not right. You're right. I honestly don't feel like I'm not gonna say that I don't feel like I did enough. I don't feel like I reached enough. Let me say that. I don't feel like I reached enough people, bro.
but we still doing it though.
No, 100%, 100%.
And each one teach one. Imagine those that you reach, who they reach.
Fact, fact.
It's almost like a flow chart. Feel me? You know that you did what you could do. You did a lot, and you will do more. And the ones that you touched, I feel the same way sometimes. So I'm just giving you the pep talk that I got to give myself.
Mm,
Because I even say to myself, man, I didn't do enough. I didn't reach enough. Um, what really bothered me and what really kind of like it put a pep in my step is when Nipsey got you know, assassinated.
mm-hmm,
And when me and Blue we went to LA and we went to Inglewood and we went to the sister who was doing the blockchain and the crypto in Inglewood. This is 2019. She gave us the behind the, she gave us that because her and Nipsey they was tied in, and that's where he was mobbing over at her spot doing making moves and whatnot. So she was giving us the real skinny on certain things, and I was like, damn, bro. I understood the loss, and it hit me kind of harder than it would as me just looking at Nipsey as a rapper that lost his life. Like when I understood what he was doing and the potential that he had. Think about this, bro. If Nipsey was around for the 2020 run, when
mm-hmm,
everybody was on a lockdown, not
mm-hmm.
only would he would have been bringing the information about Sabi to help them with their healing, but he would have started talking that crypto shit. That's around the time when Ethereum just popped off. That's
Mm-hmm.
early Bitcoin numbers.
Oh, super early, bro. And
Super
I was
early, bro.
actually using Nipsey's app. Nipsey had an app called Follow Coin, which is how I actually got
I
introduced
remember
to Nipsey Hussle. It
I
wasn't even through the
remember
music.
Follow Coin.
You know what I'm saying? It was through his cryptocurrency application. He was, man, bro. He was a big component in the crypto space, bro. Huge, 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 huge. Another individual, rest in peace, Baba Kalindi.
Baba Kalindi, yes. He was
Huge,
making,
bro.
yeah, huge, right?
Like the way he broke down the blockchain and related it to the mycelium network
Yes.
was genius.
He was going mystic with it.
Which let me say that I actually had the honor of assisting. It was either his mother or his wife after his passing. I actually had the honor and assisting them getting back into his cryptocurrency wallets. Somebody had, once
Mm-hmm.
again, because of my authenticity, told them about me. They found a mutual friend that reached out and was like, "Man, we need help getting into his
Mm-hmm.
wallets. This is his next of kin. These are the ones that are holding that down." And what I'm saying, I was able to assist them with that. So that
Mm.
in and of itself, things like that
Honor.
I'm able to get into, what I'm saying, have privileges like that, just parts of my book, what I'm saying, my life book, is just amazing.
Right. It is. That's beautiful, bro. You
The
know?
trust that comes with it, because you got to trust somebody. You asking somebody to get into somebody's wallet like that, you
Yeah,
got
that's
to have a
big
level of
trust.
trust, bro.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's big trust, you know? And you gotta have integrity and you have to be honorable, you know what I'm saying, to be able to even take on a task like that.
Okay, let me put
So
this up. I see people saying, where can they go to learn? Everybody, I'm a founder of Block Wall Street, not Black, but Block Wall Street. But I am utilizing it to rebuild what was once Black Wall Street. If you want to be a part of that, you can definitely come over here for your educational needs. I do have one-on-ones available under the appointments tab. If you are interested in setting up a one-on-one, just send me an email. For those that are on the live right now, email me the word KTL in the description, and you're gonna get a 15% discount on all one-on-ones.
yeah,
But I've
put
got
your
a
email. You see how
uh,
I put my thing? They
okay.
let
Oh,
can
no,
you
no. You
write?
know what? If you go to my website, just hit contact us. It's gonna email me automatically.
Okay.
It's gonna so this is blockwallstreet.io. Blockwallstreet.io. And I also have a 50% discount on all past classes right now using the code 444. So you can get I got a beginner's book for those that are just starting off. I got a beginner's package deal that has the book. It has how to get started with the wallet and then how to get introduced and into decentralized finance, right? As a package deal, you can get everything 50% off right now using the code 444 at checkout. So if you need any type of assistance within this sector, within this space, the new money matrix, blockwallstreet.io is where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Add this link as a favorite. Man, I love your community, man. 'Cause I love how they
Yeah,
gravitate
they
towards the
lit.
information, and they know it's
Yeah,
genuine.
they pretty lit, you know what I mean? I must say.
I'm one of
They're
these
eager
fellas
students, you know what I mean?
that's gonna go on to be teachers, eager teach. Cause I'm an eager teacher. I love to teach.
Facts.
Yeah, big shout out to the New Money Matrix family in the house too. Cali girl, Miss Jarek, I see you, and thank you, Copper Moon too. She's going crazy with the promo and the
Yes,
appreciate you,
yes,
man.
he's holding it down. Shout out to Copper Moon. Feel me?
Miss Ayana Spikes, yeah, one of my clients. I am super patient. Probably one of the most patient brothers you're gonna come across that has to teach,
And
especially
that's
something as
important.
deep as this. Man, what,
That
bro?
is very
And they
important,
ask
my
me like,
friend.
"How are you this patient?" It's like, because I understand. I
Mm-hmm.
understand that this is not something that you can just sit down and have a conversation with and expect anybody to get.
Man, it causes anxiety for me sometimes, I promise you.
And that's why I'm here, so I can get smooth out all that anxiety and show you a clearer road.
Yeah, that's important. That is very important. Because if you get left out there in this crypto world and you just got to swim on your own, it could be, you know what I mean? It could become discouraging, bro.
Bro, you're not gonna get far, because if you, especially for the working class person, right? If you go to work every day and you got to come home and depend on your free time to really sit down and understand what you have in front of you without any type of direction, where I've been able to get people in a couple of months, it's probably gonna take you a couple of years just to keep it a buck. Like
Right,
you're not gonna get into self banking probably till your third or fourth year, if you ever get into self banking. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So it's
And
like,
that self banking game that you got, woo,
bro,
with
that's
that
that's the
Ave and all of that. Yeah,
that's what it's
you
all
set
about,
you yeah, you set a whole legion of people up properly with that. You set a
bro. It's
whole
it's
legion up properly with that right there. That was the lick right there. That yeah, that
and then that
DeFi
that doesn't
game.
even account for this discharging debt.
Everybody talks about discharging debt. We can discharge debt. I'm probably one of those individuals that are really showed individuals that can show you receipts of them discharging debt, not just saying that they did it.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck. And this is no slight whatsoever to any Moore. You know what I mean? Because I go, me and the Moors go way back. But if the Moors promised a lot throughout the years, in this community, the Moors, they've done a lot. I cannot say that they promise. They have more vision about the future, right? Because there's some groups that are great with the past,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and they got you. They'll hook you up on some history shit, and they'll have you feeling real good, romancing the stones, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Moors that I dealt with were more forward thinking. They were into nation building and how to set things up. But this whole revolution that we saw come on Halloween 2008 with Satoshi Nakamoto and whatnot, and that white paper, like that's literally a manifestation of what the Moors and some of the Moors were putting out there. I would say Cheyenne the Liberator and his group, more importantly, who goes by the name of Mansa these days, they were coming up with they were designing currency with Noble Drew Ali's face on it. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Like the Harriet Tubman notes, you know what I'm saying? We
Interesting.
were we were putting we were fashioning them after the Ithaca notes. We were studying the Ithaca monetary system. But this crypto thing to me and what you've been able to do is, the most tangible demonstration from a more that I've incurred and that I've encountered in my 20 some odd years. And the consistency. And that's that, like I said before, that's not to take anything away because the good brothers D Miller L, they came through on Know the Ledge Radio in 2013. That's who I first got a Bitcoin from. They get
Mm-hmm.
they gifted me and Blue after the show. They sent us a coin. They set your wallet up and they gifted us for just holding it down. You know what I
Solid.
mean? So they were the ones who were coming through talking about it in 2013. I got people on my show that got with them who I never seen and heard of after that. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
went down the rabbit hole with the brothers and was forever, forever gone.
And he's talking 2013, y'all. So they was so early.
They was
Oh my
cooking.
God, I can only
Yeah,
imagine where
they
they're at
was
right now in their life.
cooking. You feel me? So those are some mores that talked about the future and manifested it. Like I said, Mansa and them, they did monumental things, powerful things, wrote books, he got literature out,
Mm-hmm.
built the organization, all of that.
And let me
And
add
then
too,
yes.
just to add on, there's always the yin and the yang. There was a lot of Moors that was saying that this was government money. Stay away from it. They're
Oh,
taking your whole cold hard cash and they're giving you
mm,
play
mm.
tokens. This is fake money, man, bro. It was so many Moors telling the other Moors, do
Oh, the
not touch
more
cryptocurrency.
the Moorish hate on the crypto, even though, like I said a minute ago, if you literally really is on your Moorish sovereignty
Mm-hmm.
slash what Noble Drew Ali was telling you, this is it. This was it right here. From the blockchain to the utilities, it was everything that was speak. If you study Taj, if you study Hakeem Bey, if you
Mm-hmm.
study the goddamn all of these groups, even with C. Freeman L, all of that, the calendars, the zodiac, it was all there. So I was like, man, this brother, he came through and he did it. You know what solidified it and put it in the bag for me? When you came to Atlanta and you had them gold dollars, bro.
Yeah,
That was it right there. I was like, nah, this he son is in his bag. He's in his era right now. You feel me?
it's different.
He's living this shit.
It's
Yeah.
different, man.
Cause a lot of people they teach it, but they don't live it. They're not in that shit. I'm like, son is in it. He got a bankroll of gold dollars, nigga. I don't know if y'all ever seen that, but it looked different. You feel me? It
I'm
looked
probably one of the
different.
few. Probably, in fact, hold on. I can actually, for those that have never seen it, real quick, just give you a quick. I know some people might be familiar with some of these comedians out here in Chicago. What they was able to come through at Juma one day and did a nice little flick for me. You know what I'm saying? Sharing with the community. Uh,
Okay.
Let me see. Let me find it real quick. It's right around the time we did the Lil Durk event. Hold on, just so y'all can see. Like this
You,
is
you
like
know we
let me tell
still
you.
gotta have our little dirt conversation.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It's
sir.
coming, yeah,
Yes,
it's
sir.
gonna I'm gonna let it relax a little bit, but we gotta have that combo. As a matter of fact, I gotta share. Yeah, when we get off the line, I'm gonna share something with you. I'm putting a panel together. I think you'll be interested in this. I got some hitters.
No, I'm definitely interested. I'm definitely
But
interested.
check this out. Before we even do it, 11/11 is coming up, and oh, there you go.
Yeah, come on now. Who's out here flat
There
ass
they
out here
go.
with the big
Talk that
dookie rolls
shit.
of debt notes?
Talking that ish.
Big dookie rolls of debt notes.
It's
We out here
different.
flashing
He
24
whooping.
karat
It's
gold, bro.
different. Come on,
24
man. Y'all
karat
wanna
gold.
you wanna flex in 2025, nigga? It's different.
This
Look, we're
is the
gonna do
flex.
the real quick. We're gonna do the on Padme on 11/11, and we coming
Yes,
back,
sir.
y'all.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Look, y'all. Let's do this on 11/11. Let's go. We tap it in.
Mani padme hum, 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 mani padme hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Mani Padme
Now we're gonna get back to scheduled program. That was just a quick little break, real quick so we could get our collective on Padme on for the uninitiated. You know what I'm saying? It was a moment to reflect and to just get some good vibes. But for the initiates, that's when we take those gold bills that we just saw and all of this crypto talk and we jump into a new dimension. You know what I'm saying? We timeline shift because we will use the 1111 meditation to manifest our reality. Because when you do it as a collective, it's 100x times stronger than when you do it by yourself. Okay. And it doesn't matter, space and distance doesn't even exist. We're all, that's why we do that roll call to remind everybody, even though we're spread all across the grid, we still all together, we still right here. Okay. So shout out to all of my veterans. I want to give a shout out to all of the veterans today on Veterans Day, and to remind all of my veterans that we definitely put one on the board for y'all. We didn't forget about y'all. We have a sale today, and this is directly as a result of Veterans Day. All right, we have the sale, 30% store-wide sale for the Master Teacher Collection on the Mart125.com. We have Dr. Delbert Blair, we have Baba Dick Gregory, we have Bobby Hemmett, okay, C. Freeman L, Dr. Africa, Dr. Sabi, you name it. We're paying homage to the information, the warriors, the frontline soldiers of the information war, the veterans of the information war, who we call collectively the master teachers. 30% off of the t-shirts, the hoodies, the tote bags, everything that we have there. And it's unisex. We have women and men's. So yes, go ahead and check out the Mart125.com. That is one of the sponsors for tonight's show. Thank you. Yeah, my good brother. Let's get back to that video where you was flashing them dollars,
All right.
them gold notes, them gold backs. Cause this is different. People are not used to seeing this. So once again, oh, that's my guy right there from he a comedian, right?
Yeah, yep.
It's my dude. He be on corporate and skin bone in
Yeah,
them.
yep. And then Lil Cuz too funny too. Check him out.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. He funny too.
You know, they
You
got these
feel
guys on
me?
the dean. Like, I ain't even know bro was one of the ox. So I went to the masjid for Juma. He shoulder to shoulder with me facing the east. I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
alhamdulillah.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a
Man,
beautiful
beautiful thing.
thing.
And the store in the background that y'all see, Baher Imports 323 um South Persian. They do accept gold backs for the smell goods, for the rugs, clothing, man, anything that you need. If you're trying to get your Islam on, man, you can go in there and you can spend these gold backs. You
I
know what I
need them
mean?
back. Yeah, I need a whole stack of those for my Dubai trip. You know what I'm talking about? That's all I'm pulling out in Dubai. I'm acting a stupid fool.
Nah, real Mansa Musa. They don't even know I go around and pass these things out. Real Mansa Musa, man.
Nah, that's a flex right there. I don't know what nobody talking about. And
Bro,
with
this a
Bitcoin,
whole
I'm at whoa, you got the icy Bitcoin chain. Oh my
bro,
goodness.
this a whole nother ball
With the
game right
gold
here. Like,
Backingtons.
just imagine. Just if you want stacks, why not have stacks of gold?
That's a
Why have
fact.
stacks of paper? Why not
Yeah,
have
that
stacks of gold, bro? Like this is king money, bro. We talk all that king shit, bro. This is king money,
that's a straight king money, right?
queen money. This ain't just for us, ladies. Queen
Uh-huh.
money, king money. Come on, man. And what this is, right? If individuals remember what they were using in John Wick, their medium of exchange within their private membership was gold. I don't know if
Was
y'all remember
gold,
that,
right?
but it was gold. This
Right.
is private money, y'all. This is and there's ways that you can actually utilize this to circumvent certain things within the United States corporate using things like gold clause contracts.
So
You
if
know what
I
I
made
mean?
it rain, that would be theoretically a golden shower.
Bro, can you imagine somebody tossing these at the show? Well, you know what? We're so sick right now. People would probably think it's play money, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If
I'm
somebody went to the
tossing.
strip club and just tossed these, they're not gonna gravitate, bro. They're gonna probably kick you out.
I'm gonna toss it and pick it up.
You better.
I'm multitasking. I'm,
Yeah. But
I'm
now
gonna
just
toss it and
imagine,
pull the
like,
broom out, hit that bitch.
imagine that being the new flex in there. Like, okay, for our high net worth money throwers, man, you want to get you a couple stacks of these gold dollars.
Man, we going to the Big Meech welcome home party, man. I'm gonna rent that shit from. I'm gonna rent those from you.
Bro, can you imagine just,
I'm act like
oh
I'm from
man,
Louisiana. It's my birthday. I'm putting that shit on my shirt. I'm acting like a
man,
Nigerian. I'm putting that on
them
my
things,
garbadines.
and they just as beautiful as they look, y'all,
Man,
and
look,
way more valuable.
family. This is that's a light stack that he got right there that the brothers is holding, that the ox is holding. When I
Hmm.
seen him in Atlanta, he was acting stupid. He was trying to prove something. The whole bed, he had a whole goddamn room full of them shits. You feel me? When I held it in my hands, I was like, "Oh hell nah, we going to Magic City." No, I didn't say that because I'm just playing.
Yeah.
We honorable man. I'm just being silly. No, I was like, wow, this is different. This is different. You feel me? Like this right here is
This is what you
different.
want to do. This is what you want to use when you're doing business with your fellow man, a fellow
That's
woman.
right.
Don't hand me no debt notes. Hand me some gold.
So now they asking how can they get them gold backs?
I mean, you can just go to goldback.com. Ain't no gatekeepers over here. Check out goldback.com or goldbacks. Hold on, let me see. It's either goldback or goldbacks. Let me just pull it up for the people. Oh, bro, did you see what they're coming out with the Florida ones? Hold on, they put the melanated sister. Hold on,
What?
hold on, because they're coming out. See, and this is another thing. I'm trying to get these in Illinois, so we can
Oh, those
actually
by the
get them.
states?
Yeah, yeah.
What you
This is the
mean?
bro.
Oh,
You
they
can
going
have
back with it.
yeah, yeah.
Damn. They
Bro, you
going
can
to the
reach out to them
Seminoles.
and be like, man, we want to get some of those for Georgia, or we want to get some of those for Cali, or we want to get some of those for South Carolina. You get what I'm saying?
Stop playing.
And if you're the person that brings it to the table, guess, man, you know what type of position that's gonna put you in?
Stop playing. Nah, I need to come on. Whatever I need to do to put in that paper, that proposal. You feel
Nah,
me?
we gonna sit down and talk about it then. We're gonna sit down and talk about it. Right now they 539 for the one, just the one. They're not $1. It's one gold back. What is it? It's a gold back negotiable instrument.
Right. For $5.39.
Yep. Now, when I was telling people to buy them, they was $3 and some odd change. So they go up with the
You
value of gold. Everybody, this is how you preserve. See, you know what we got to understand, Red. Outside
yes.
of money, we have to understand purchasing power because your money don't mean shit if the purchasing power of the underlying
It's,
instrument is going down.
talk to me about the dinar, please, from Kuwait. I need to understand that. If you understand what that's about.
So this is from my understanding. This is what I'm getting from the whole dinar thing. Let me say I'm not in on that, but what I'm getting from it is that they are going to use it in a form of global trade, interchangeable, which almost like kind of looking at Bitcoin similar to whereas the value of it versus the US dollar
Yes.
should go up, meaning that if you're holding, excuse me, X amount of dinars, the value of them will be worth exponential amount of US dollars. Um
Mm-hmm.
that's
It's
what
the
I'm getting
strongest,
from most
right? The
valuable
most
fiat
valuable
currency.
fiat currency in the world, right?
Now,
I'm kind of like I'm not perplexed by it, but I'm like, wait a minute, the same place that just came out of a war, how Sway?
this is what I'm perplexed about as I see the world move away from fiat dollars, right? I'm gonna say that again. This is what I'm perplexed about as I see the world move away from fiat dollars. Um, why would we be looking then to just get into another form of fiat dollars? Um,
Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see the play there. I understand what they're saying the play is, but I don't see it though. You know what I mean? Um, so I don't have, let me say, the amount of research I've done in this sector as I do on the dinars. But I understand the play that everybody's talking about that they're doing. I'm just not part of that play. I'm playing this. I'm playing the gold and the decentralized currency play. Because it's
Hmm.
like, let's say you do buy a bunch of dinars, right? Let's
Yeah.
see. And this is why people got to understand law, bro. This is why people really got to understand law. Let's say you buy a bunch of dinars, bring them in the U.S. What if the U.S. just turns around and says, well, then they're not interchangeable over here? Now you just got a bunch of paper.
Until you could get them to a currency exchange
Right. Which is gonna allow you to then transfer them. What if they're not allowing for that transfer to go on in the
to
U.S.?
go
How many
on.
people can go outside of the U.S.?
Crazy.
You know, it's similar. It's similar. Think of it like this right now, bro. If you got a big bag of euros over here right now, right? And I do invest in euros, but on a decentralized network because there are times where the euro does outpace the dollar. So there are times where I do invest in the euro dollars, but it's
Right.
on the blockchain though. And then I know put it back over into dollars because of what I've accumulated or the purchasing power has gone up. But those euros in and of themselves within the U.S. ain't gonna do you no good, even if
Hmm.
the value of them is going up against the U.S. dollar. You can't exchange them in the physical. Not that I know of, as far as exchanging them in the physical nature, um, for U.S. dollars uh, within the jurisdiction of the U.S. You know what I mean? Because that's like that's that now you're doing paper currency trading. I don't, I don't know if that's gonna national collectors mint. See, I'm not familiar with that. That's somewhere where you can do it. It's $6 to one dinar. So right now, $6 gets you one.
Mm.
Let me see. No rule.
Yup.
I'm gonna do some research on it and see what's really to it. But I don't see the play, bro. And the circles that I'm in, right?
Yes.
The circles that I'm in, the financial circle, there's not one person talking about the dinars.
Yes.
None of the circles and I can only speak for myself and those that I interact with on a
For
daily basis.
yourself. Right. Right.
But the
Right.
dinar is not a conversation. The conversation is all about decentralized digital currency.
Okay. Yeah, I just threw that out there. This is more of a forex conversation when it comes to this. My good
Hmm.
brother Raspy Rawls and a few other people have been talking about it. There was a question about where does BRICS play into all of this? Where does BRICS fit into this?
Hmm.
This
Kind of an
whole
interesting
BRICS
question, man.
conversation.
It's a very interesting question when we talk about BRICS and what the rest of the nations are doing to get away from the U.S. dollar. Even when you look into BRICS, they are now looking into making a digital form of currency of BRICS to run on the blockchain,
To run
right?
right, right. They
So
mentioned
they're
that.
still going to be using blockchain. I don't think that it is going to rival Bitcoin in any way, shape, or form. Because I mean, they've been talking about bricks for the longest now, and there's been like no shockwaves in the crypto community as far as, oh my god, this is a threat, or what are we gonna do? I haven't heard any. I don't think it's gonna have any other than maybe a little bump, which may just be
Right.
news induced. I don't think it's gonna have any effect on the cryptocurrency market like that, and that's just my opinion, y'all.
Because yeah, we were talking about BRICS in 2012, 2011 with Cheyenne, with Cheyenne the
Mm-hmm.
Liberated, and they brought up BRICS. So crypto was being talked about at the crypto Bitcoin is '08, and BRICS was a little while after that,
Mm-hmm.
if my memory serves me correct. So, it took a long time for that adoption to take place, for the world to know about it and start speaking about it as a viable alternative and a force to be reckoned with. But with Trump coming in and with the same BRIC countries basically, giving him, carte blanche and you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
falling in line on some, only the way that Trump could have these people eating out of his hand is going to be interesting to see how they do this little chess game when it comes to that.
No, it's definitely going to be interesting. Because they could shift, right? And we got to understand that they really just shifted on like a dime, bro. Like all the direction that the world powers were going in before the regime change was a totally different direction. Like a totally different direction. Like
Right.
we can see them do 180s on a lot of the things that they had been preparing for over the last couple of months and years,
Right.
just because of the regime change. And it's like, oh, hey, it's safe. Hey,
It's,
we ain't
yeah.
gotta
Hey.
It's like because that's how it looks right now, bro.
Like stand
Like
down. Yeah, like we can
for
stand down.
real. Like
Wait a
it's
minute.
been a lot of oh, he's in office, man. We can let's go shake hands and see what we can do. So I think a lot of different players are going to be coming out that we weren't expecting because we've been preparing for what everybody else was preparing for, which was not a Trump presidency, and
Right.
that's the direction that the world was going in, right? When you see Russia to well, we can come to a compromise. This man, we can come to it's like whoa, hold on, a lot of stuff is literally the Taliban, and it's like whoa, it's a lot that just changed overnight. So right now, I think we should sit back and watch, pay attention, and try to see where the shift is going to happen, where the change is going to happen, where that 180 is going to happen, because it's going to
Right.
happen, in my humble opinion.
There goes those prediction markets again.
Mm, yeah.
There goes with my brouhaha. Yo, calling. I'm calling out my brouhahas, my soothsayers, my. You know what I mean?
Hey, let's
I
let's let's
need
do
y'all.
this. Let's do this. Let's get them together and let's open up a collective account in Poly Market and let's put our money where our minds is at and see how right they are.
That's right.
I'll put some
Because
bread. Yeah, we can talk about it.
we could talk about it. Because when we find out who's the right one, you turn into Sam Rothstein. Because that's what he was doing. He had the hot. He was the he had the gift,
Mm-hmm.
and he was the one who was predicting things, and he was getting everybody around him bread. That's why he became an earner for the mob,
Mm.
because he was picking the play. He was the one who had the. He was sharp with it. He knew how to pick the certain predictions.
Yeah, he was the gambling man. He was
Yes,
the
he
gambling
was.
man. Right.
So I need my oracles. I need my brouhahas. Let's get this crypto up. Let's get this bag. Let's get into this new world. And don't worry, I talked to y'all big homies. Y'all will not be violating. They said it's okay. They said let her cook. Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Let's see what kind of predict what
Let
they
her
got
cook.
going on right now. Let's see.
Let's see what them Tyson, Jake Paul numbers is looking like.
Let me see if they got that on here. Let me just type in Tyson. See what we can come up
Right.
with. Jake
All right.
Paul versus Mike Tyson. Who will win? All right. Wow. What? 63% on Jake Paul.
I'm trying to tell you, bruh.
Interesting.
They got
I
my
wasn't
nigga
expecting
Mike
that.
at the limp. Woo!
Hey, I wasn't expecting
Damn.
that.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm out the loop then.
Trying to tell you, bro.
Wait, are we talking about like a fixed fight? Or are we talking about like just interesting?
It's two things. Yeah, it's two things going on. There's the fixed fight aspect to it, because it's like some people would say Tyson wouldn't throw it away and do something, but how the hell do you know what he would do? The fuck? He's a money man. How did you know?
Right,
His
right.
legacy is already in stone. He's not trying to. He ain't chasing no belts.
Mm,
He came back from being finished. Keep that in mind, with a legacy that didn't even exist at one point, because the young generation didn't know about Tyson for a minute. He was a pool butt to them. They were talking Floyd Mayweather.
right, right.
So him knocking out the white boy is a super plus on his side, because it brings him into that whole another demographics of these the younger demographics, who are the money makers. They the money getters, they the money makers, and it also puts him back in a good running with the old Vegas money and some of those other people who are going to set up more money plays for him. Him getting knocked out, there's no benefit in it for him and his legacy unless they giving him a super bag.
Look, here go one of the ones that y'all be playing with. Global heat increase in 2024. Like you said, where the Brujas at? Let me see. Where the U.S. confirmed aliens exist. Okay, December.
That's hey, shoot.
Monkeypox.
You,
Monkeypox pandemic in 2024.
come on, man. Everything that people sitting around talking about for free, you know what
Man,
I
you can put your
mean?
money where your mouth is.
Put your money where your mind is.
Exactly. 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 And this is science. We can go into business. Let's see, Fed interest rates, December 2024. What price will gold close at in 2024? I like that one. I might, cause that's kind of chart reading. I think I might check that one out with Microsoft. I like this one. With Microsoft shareholders vote for Bitcoin investment.
Mm,
I like that one because they do got a poll coming up where Microsoft is going to be looking at, and this is what I'm
at it.
seeing, bro. Microsoft. Um, who else just had a sit down, seeing if they're going to invest in crypto? Bro, there's been so many states.
It was
Hold on,
right.
who just got their pension? Was it Wisconsin?
They put the pension in it, right?
Yeah. Yep. Pension fund now includes Bitcoin. Bro, this is retirement funds, bro. How
That's
can you be like, oh,
great.
I don't know about Bitcoin, and the state is saying, you know what, we're gonna take your money and put it in Bitcoin. We don't care what you believe in.
Right.
Like
That's what you
y'all do
believe in. We
understand
trying.
that, right? They're saying we don't care if you believe in Bitcoin or not. We're gonna put your money in it for you. Don't worry about it. That's
Damn.
major, bro.
That is major. Let them see about El Salvador in case they don't know.
Okay.
El Salvador went from the most violent country in the world, right? Had the top murder rate, to this place is going to be Dubai in about 10 years.
Let's see.
Okay, yes, it was Odell. I was trying to remember what NFL dude put his shit in Bitcoin, because when it was down, they was clowning. They put an article out like,
Man.
what,
Yep.
what it?
Nah, you're right. They clown him.
They was clowning
It
him,
it was a couple of individuals that wanted to do that.
right? But Odell went with it. He went and got his shit done.
Hold on, let me see. So he's probably, oh my god. You know who was real early to the game, who on the technology side? Hold on, let me look up this real quick.
Will I am.
Nah, not Will I am in the NBA. Spencer Dinwiddie.
I don't even know who
Yeah,
that is.
he was. A lot of people don't, bro. Let me show you what this man was doing. Uh, Dinwiddie.
He was getting paid in Bitcoin, or
Nah,
he
he
was
was
just an
taking it a
early
step
adopter.
further. He was trying to tokenize his NBA contract, and the NBA was fighting him on it because he wanted individuals to be able to buy fractional reserve shares of his contract and be have the value be based off his endorsements and whatever. Here we go.
Ooh,
NBA player Spencer Dinwiddie token sales hit 10%.
ooh, ooh.
He sold 90 shares of his contract, raising 1.4 million. He was trying to raise 13 million, but like man, sometimes like somebody told me, sometimes you're too early. And somebody told me that year, they like, man, you're just too early. That's all.
Right.
That's why people aren't listening to you. You're too early, and there's such a thing as being too early. And
It
Spencer
definitely
Dinwiddie was one of
is.
those people. Yeah, this is where they were trying to wait, hold on, this is kind of new. Hold on. Because they was fighting him on it, saying that they didn't want him to do it, and I already knew that it actually because they wanted to come back and be able to tokenize the players' contracts. Let me see. He was planning on issuing a structured debt security backed by the NBA player contract on Ethereum blockchain through tokens. Where's the problem? However, yada yada yada. Not in a sign, transfer right to proceed, but it remains between if he's willing to go to war with the NBA over the issue. No player shall sign or otherwise transfer any third party his right to receive compensation from the team under his man. People don't understand how contracts work, bro. You know, people actually own you when you sign some of these
Straight
contracts.
up.
Like you can't do that. Like it's
Straight
like
up.
no, you can't. And that's basically what they're saying right here. Like, hold on, he
Right.
couldn't do that. Like, bro, we own you. You can't tokenize your contract.
Right. Only
Only
we
we
could
can
do
do
that.
that. Exactly.
The fuck?
So yeah, he was super duper duper early to the
Oh
game.
yeah, Eric Adams said he was getting his paychecks in Bitcoin, and they
Who, the
clowned him
mayor?
when it crashed. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The police. He's the police.
I definitely didn't know that.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't know that. But yeah, El Salvador adopted Bitcoin as an official currency. When I seen this, it was like all hats are off. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. You got a country that just said Bitcoin is our legal tender. So all the
Crazy.
it can't be money. Like you don't think other countries are gonna follow along? You know how this is going to be like Red just said, Dubai resort savvy. Like this is gonna be one of the most beautiful places to
It's gonna
go in
do.
the
It's the
coming
Dubai
years.
of South America. It's gonna be the Dubai of